Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Jason, and today's video I'm going to be walking you through an issue that I had with my motorcycle, the mistake I made with trying to fix it, and then the real fix. So first I'll describe the problem to you. When I was riding it, I was able to shift it into first gear by pressing down on the shifting pedal, but the shifter would stay down. It would not return to the natural or middle position the way it's supposed to. If I fiddled with it, I could get it to go up into second, but again, the pedal would stay up then, would not return to the natural position. And so second was as high as I could go. I wasn't able to get into third, fourth, or fifth. So let's start with the mistake that I made when trying to fix this issue. Okay, I'm back and we're looking at the inside of the gearbox on the right hand side of the bike. By the way, in case anyone's interested, it's a 2005 Honda Shadow. So the research I did indicated that the return shift spring was either broken or faulty. I learned that they can get weak over time, causing it to not return the pedal back to its middle position. So I'm first going to point out that spring right here in case anyone's interested. It's that right there. It rides on the shifting shaft, and then down here the two arms straddle this little smaller shaft here. And in case anyone's interested, here's what the original looks like. Yes, I did replace that, and that was my big mistake. So to get to this point, what I did was drain the oil, split the case, took off a bunch of components just to get it to this point. And after I'd ordered the part and it arrived, I swapped it out, went to operate the shifter, and guess what? Same behavior. The pedal would still stick in the down position when I went into first, and it would stay up when I went to second. So the spring was not the problem. Now I'm gonna walk around to the other side of the bike and pick up from there. Okay, we're on the other side of the bike now. So just to recap, the big mistake I made was assuming that it was a very difficult problem and starting with the harder, more challenging fix by tearing apart the engine, or splitting the case, I should say, and then replacing that spring. Turns out that was not the problem at all. So what was the issue and how did I fix it? Well, let me start by pointing out the shifting pedal, as everyone knows, is here. Between there is a linkage that goes to the shaft here. And I learned late in the game that a good troubleshooting step is to detach the shifting linkage here from the shaft. Put a vice grips on the shaft. Be careful not to hurt to wreck the gnarled ends. But put a vice grip on the shaft here and try and shift. If it works, that tells you that it is not the spring and it is not a bent shaft, which is something that I was a little bit concerned about. And it's not something internal to the engine. So I did that test, and sure enough, it shifted just fine. So since I had this detached when I did that test, I decided to pull out the bolt that attaches the shifter to the foot peg here and inspect the ball joints on both ends. The one on the right side was okay. The one on the left side was really seized up. It was very stiff. I could hardly move the joint. And so I lubricated those up. I used lubricating oil to begin with, and then I did my best to put white lithium grease inside the joint and then put the boots back on. I also took apart this bushing that's in here and greased that up with white lithium grease as well, and also put grease on the external threads of the bolt to try and keep all of that moving smoothly. Put it all back together, and guess what? It worked great. So what's left? I need to seal up the case, put it all back together, fill it up with oil, and I should be good to go. So again, the lesson with this is start with the easier, simpler things to do your troubleshooting, and before moving on to the more challenging solutions. If you learn from my mistake, it'll save you a lot of time and work and a little bit of money and headache. Good luck. Take care. Bye.